Welcome to Arts District. I'm your host, Carrie Saldo. The precision in Rodney Wood's painting borders on photorealism. It's the setting that snaps the brain back, causing the viewer to question, this can't be reality, right? Or, as Wood says, like dreams that take us deep into mysterious places within our psyche, or living a reality filled with passions that defy academic analysis, looking at these paintings is a journey through the mind, heart, and soul. We met Wood in his Trinidad studio to learn more.
I think really art is a reflection. When I do a painting, it's not about my reflection as much as it's the person who's looking at the painting. Hopefully they makes them think a little bit, ponder, go to the right side of the brain on occasion. Maybe even deeper, maybe it will go to their heart a little bit. I've never taken a painting class. I've taught drawing for years. I was mostly jeweler, metalsmith, then sculptor. A painting can be about color and light, the Impressionists. It can be about an emotion. I just felt that painting was going to allow me to explore emotions more. So it was a learn as you go, keep it simple, low chemistry. I really just use oil paint, turpentine, and this stuff called liquid, which is a little bit of a dryer. That's it, varnish. I just switched to painting. Within about 6 months, I got rid of all the sculpture equipment. It just felt, the voice was, this was it.
Let's start with Asylum.
It's Asylum, yes. I put a model in a trunk, willing. I don't really use models. I just find interesting people that inspire me. And hi, nice to meet you. Want to get in the trunk?
When I first looked at this work, my initial reaction was insects crawling on my flesh. That is probably, I don't think I'm alone that that's terrifying. No. The idea, the feeling. So there's a real visceral, I had a very visceral reaction to this. I could almost feel the insects.
And even ladybugs. Too many of a good thing.
Right, exactly.
It started again with a whole photo session. I did a series of angels, and I met this man at one of my openings, and he was an angel among us. He was androgynous, ethereal in every way, so I took a bunch of photos, and in the photos was this particular pose, and so I just started looking at it, and it just took me somewhere. The ladybug has just been revered for a long time, so he's being blessed by the insects. People, galleries or whatever, will like the technique, and they just don't know what to think of this imagery that I'm doing. It's not new, it's not trendy, it's not about tools, it's not about the newest piece of equipment or way of looking at stuff. It's pretty traditional technically. I try really hard to not think it through, like, whoa, purple's kind of popular now. I try to not do that. It just doesn't work well for me anyway. It really is what makes me feel I'm doing something. Something about painting just felt out of my reach. And then when things started having a little bit of success, it was like, wow, seriously, where'd that come from? But it was about that magic. And then when I started getting that magical feeling and that connection and watching people interact, I had a couple solo shows where I'm there and they had absolutely no idea I was there. And I just listened to people. And it wasn't about Rodney. It wasn't about people who knew me. So art allows us, encourages us to feel some of the things that aren't being hammered into us. You're supposed to be feeling sad now because this happened. And then in a perfect world, sometimes it even takes us to a spiritual place where we're really looking beyond this world in which we live into a more spiritual world, whether it's a religion or if it's an inner place. That's what I think art can do. Probably better than anything else. At the end of the day, I didn't feel like I'd made any art. It doesn't really feel like I accomplished anything. And it's not about the product part. It's partly about, I feel I'm most myself.